A countdown. Until you say three, two, one, and then I'm gonna start. Go ahead.
Sorry,
So
started.
3, 2, 1. All right. Good evening. Okay. Today I'll be giving you guys a presentation on Black Lives Matter. Some of the things that I will cover will pertain to the past. Some things I will cover will pertain to what's going on in today's society. Okay. I will break down the history of the black person's role in America from the 1865 passing of the 13th Amendment, which abolished slavery, and the Civil Rights Act of 1866, which today is known as Juneteenth for most blacks, declaring the day we were truly free. I will capture events of the civil rights movement of the 1960s that ended racial segregation and discrimination against African Americans. Last, I will discuss the purpose of Black Lives Matter as it relates to the Black Liberation Movement formed by the Black Panther Party, formed in 1966, Oakland, California. Since the founding of America, blacks and other minority races have faced difficulties in equal treatment amongst Americans. There were thousands of lives lost to slavery and other racist acts. Even though Congress passed the 13th Amendment, which abolished slavery, many southern states had their own laws. Though the Civil Rights Act of 1866 gave black citizens the same rights in every state to make and enforce contracts, to sue, be part of parties, to inherit, to purchase or sell, and convey real and personal property. We all know that still there were some states who pretty much did what they wanted to do. They did not want they did not want blacks to have the same equal rights. So what did they do? They would go through and they would burn people home. They would torment their cars, or they would just in public places tell blacks that they couldn't come inside of stores or restaurants, anything like that. So during the 1940s to 1960s, the civil rights movement goals were to end racial segregation and discrimination in blacks in the South. Blacks wanted the same rights as white Americans. Activists such as Dr. Martin Luther King, educator Dorothy Height, Bayard Rustin, politician John Lewis, Isaiah Williams, James L. Farmer Jr., and Roy Wilkins are just a few of those who fought hard to equality within the southern states. In Birmingham, Alabama, you will see pictures of dogs and fire hydrants being put on black people, tearing their skin apart. There's a park there, right across the street from the park is a church where little girls were blown up inside the church and killed due to racial segregation. All these things was really, really bad back in the 1960s. Today, just as in the past, we're still facing difficulties with equal justice within our judicial system due to the killing of unarmed black men in America. The Black Lives Matter organization, created in 2012 after the shocking aftermath of the killing of 17-year-old Trayvon Martin. The Black Lives Matter is working for a world where black lives are no longer systematically and intentionally targeted for dismiss. We affirm our contribution to the society, our humanity, and our resilience in the face of deadly oppression. We have put our sweat, equity, and love for black people into creating a political project, taking the hashtag off social media and into the streets. The call for Black Lives Matter is a rally cry for all blacks living, striving for liberation. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to show you a slide. And in this slide, it just gives you the description of the purpose of the Black Lives Matter. And it talks about how Black Lives Matter affirms the lives of the black, queer, and transgender folks, disability folks, black undocumented folks, folks with records. Because if you think about it, if you didn't know, there are a lot of people who, during those times of segregation and discrimination, who didn't have birth certificates, or their birth certificates were burnt, and then what they had to do was regenerate these things. If you think about those times, that even you can go back to even the 1944 during World War II, there was a lot of black Americans who fought overseas and defended their country, but they defended the country but came back to a country that they were not free in. So that was one of the things that made it kind of hard to get over back then. So you're going to have a lot of black people, older black people, who still have a problem with a lot of things that's going on right now, especially the killing of unarmed black men in America. So again, this slide here I'm going to show you, and these are some of the things that Black Lives Matter actually recognizes how black poverty and genocide is in states, it's states violence. How 2.8 billion black people are locked in cages in this country is still a violence. Okay? And then it goes on and on. Then it goes down to the bottom how black folks living with disability and different abilities bear the burden of state-sponsored experiments that attempt to squeeze us into the boxes of normality defined by white supremacy, and that is state violence. So, as you can see, you got all these groups and everything. Even the shooting in South Carolina. If you think about it, then immediately after that, several weeks after that, they had a Ku Klux Klan rally. So, again, Black Lives Matter. Again, this is what I'm about to show you now, just some photos of some people who were killed, unarmed black men who were killed. And then what's still, as far as the aftermath, what's the opinion? As you can see, unarmed black man of 4 was shot to death while the police officer apparently mistook his field bottles as a gun. Had 4 kids, and the case is still pending. Then you got 12-year-old Tamir Rice, Cleveland, Ohio. He was shot and killed because he was carrying a BB gun. When the police told him to stop him, he turned around and he apparently, the police figured that he was trying to shoot him, so he shot him and killed him. And then his family trying to sue them for wrongful death lawsuit. Then you got Gurley, Cal Gurley. He was shot in New York City in the stairwell. We all know about Michael Brown, who was killed during Ferguson, and the big riot that took place there. It was pretty much continuing to push the black, while we have this thing called Black Lives Matter organization, okay? Then you got Andy Lopez, 13 years old. He was carrying a pellet gun, and they resembled the AK-47. So they assumed that he was posing a threat as well and shot him. Then this right here is the one that took me by surprise the most. Jonathan Ferrell, 24 years old, from Bradfield Farms, North Carolina. Ferrell crashed his car. He went to a neighbor's house to try to get help. The neighbors felt like he was a threat. They called the police. The police really showed up, apprehended him, put him in handcuffs, and then shot him. Shot him 10 times. Shot him 10 times and killed him. Okay? So, as you can see, these are just a few of the things that I wanted to discuss today about Black Lives Matter. And I'm going to be honest with you, me as a person who's served 22 years in the military, I believe that all lives matter. I've been overseas. I've been to different countries and different war campaigns, and I'm telling you right now, all lives matter. So, at this time, that concludes my class, and I appreciate your participation. That's it. Man, that right there, that right there got me.